Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your host, Jay, and we're watching another episode right here in our studios called Man's Night. With that said, let's get into it. Welcome, everybody, to another live edition of Man's Night. I'm your host, Jay. Thank you guys so much for being here. As always, I appreciate every single one of you guys that have made this podcast epic and where it's at here today. Because without you guys, there'd be none of this. So all credit and whatnot goes to all my followers, all my subs, and everybody out there that actually really appreciate of who I am and what I do right here on this podcast. Before I get into the details, I got a lot of people in here tonight. Tin Man, what's up? Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. As always, you are appreciated, my friend, more than you know. And I hope you have a good day at work. Nonetheless, thanks for doing what you're doing too. And of course, Trey Stone, what's up, my man? I hope you're doing okay over there, my friend, in your neck of the woods. I always send my prayers and thoughts to you and everything that you got going on over there. So again, with you, thank you so much for sharing info, sending me emails, and all of that. You are appreciated nonetheless. Thank you so much. And Trey Stone just said, love you, Jay. Right back at you too, my friend. Love you too, my friend. All right. So, and then I'll prove it. There it is. Trey Stone said that. And of course, Tammy's going to get in here a little bit later tonight. She was busy at the moment, but I think I gave a shout out to everybody in here tonight so far. Now, before I get started with what's going on here tonight, I want to let you guys know, and this is only for people that actually want to get up in here and shoot the shit with me for tonight's show, anyways. The link to get in here is in the pin section, way up there in the top, in the comment section. So again, if you guys want to join, go over there and hit that. Again, if you have issues, let me know in the chat. I'll resend it and put it in the chat. That way you guys can come up on live panel and come up here and talk with me for the whole entire hour or half hour, whatever the case may be. And Tin Man said this real quick. Let me see here. It says, yes, formed from the iron bars of our prison cells. Absolutely. And that's how I feel too. In a sense, I've earned it just because of all the crap and whatnot I've been through in my life. And I'm surprised. I surprise myself every day, just to be honest with you guys, of all the crap I've been through and how I stay sane so much. Nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, is going to break my spirit or do some bad things to me, even though it's already happened in a sense. So if they're trying to break me, and you know who you are, you need a lot of help. You're not going to break me. No one's going to break me. Absolutely not. I mean, if you can't break me, that means it tells me you can't even break ice or glass or anything like that. So you guys are not going to do any more damage that's already caused. But I will say this before I get into my show tonight. As you guys can see in the title description, there's a basic major witch hunt going on with me. And now I know how some of the politicians feel. I know what a witch hunt feels like now, and it's constant. And the good news is, which I don't remember or recall if I mentioned it, so I'll mention it again if I didn't, for all the newbies anyways. Believe it or not, guys, I plan on doing something pretty epic. I plan on making this a major shit show, but on a positive note, if you get my drift. and I plan on taking this all the way to the federal courthouse. I have definitely made my decision on this, and I have overwhelming, staggering amount of evidence that will be fruitful in this situation. So, if any of you out there want to, be a part of that in some form or fashion or help me, because all help is needed in a situation like this. If not, I mean, I can do it by myself. It's not a big thing, but hey, Cynthia, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Again, I'm hoping that you're doing well in your neck of the woods and you're having a great night on Friday. Welcome to Man's Night, Cynthia. And anyways, yeah, so I got a lot of things that I got in plan. Of course, my schedule is like all over the place. We're only down to one vehicle. So trying to get the vehicle to go to these appointments and talking to people and whatnot is not as easy I would like it to be. Not again, but keep in mind, that's not an excuse. I'm just keeping it real. It's everyday struggle. And it is what it is. So let me go ahead and get into the chat real quick before I get into the details of tonight's show. Trey said this, OP, I about forgot my hot prison rice bowl. Yeah, those things are pretty damn good, actually. I have to agree with you. Anyways, it's now a nice warm rice bowl. More sodium than humans should eat, but that is how prison cooking goes. Absolutely. And it's funny how that's allowed, and it's funny how the FDA allows the food trays to be so goddamn nasty, but you're allowed to eat all that, and the FDA don't get involved in that. It is what it is. And Cynthia gets in here and says, sorry, I'm late. And again, there is no such thing here for my podcast. You're either in or you're out, and there's no such thing as being late. You're in here, so you're appreciated nonetheless, late or not. Good to see you, Cynthia. Thank you so much for being in here. Don't worry about it. All right. So there's obviously a major witch hunt, if you will, going on with me. And I don't know if I should sit here and say I appreciate it. I like it. I should give you a pat on the back for all of the advertisement and whatnot that you guys are doing over there. And you know who you are. What's up, Redemon? And all of that. So I'm thinking that I'm not going to get on my hands and knees and beg anymore. Actually, I want you guys to keep that stuff going. It'll play out, and you'll know why a little bit later down the road. Just keep doing what you're doing over there, guys, because it's just more evidence for me. I'm not even going to ask anymore or give warnings or anything of that, which is funny because when you look at it from a certain perspective, you got a full-grown ass, adult, and they know who they are, who's in their 30s. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's real talk. Who are in their 30s with, young ones, and they're up in here picking up on and, still doing their harassment and whatnot to a 50-year-old or soon to be 50. Tammy, what's up? Hi, everyone. She says, welcome to the chat and the show. Tammy, I appreciate you. Cynthia said this, real quick. It's a bowl of salt with a little water and a few noodles. Yeah, absolutely. Well, Top Ramen is the same thing. Ain't no better. And again, Tim Man gets in here. Golden rule: rules treat everyone with the same kindness and respect you wish to have. Absolutely. But, trying to tell certain people that it's like pulling teeth. It doesn't exist with those clowns over there. All right. So there are some rumors and gaga going around, guys, and I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of it. And when I say witch hunt, the witch hunt is, still happening with me. They will not stop. They obviously are obsessed with me. They obviously don't give a rat's ass what they're doing and how much, big of a hole they're digging. So with all that, let me go ahead and share this before I get into the evidence on my screen tonight, as you guys know. So rumors and gaga are going around, guys, that felons can't have the internet, nor can they be on social media. Well, believe it or not, guys, unfortunately, I got some law and some evidence and some proof to back up that claim that's not true. And I think some of you are aware of this. We're going to break down the details with that here very, very shortly. And believe it or not, when people send me emails and comments such as that telling me I can't be on the internet, That just goes to show you guys how much education and research these clowns do. You know what I'm saying? And you'll never see him up here on my panel. You won't see him in the comment section. You won't see any of this. Yeah, absolutely. Let me get in the chat real quick, guys. Let me see what Tin Man said here real quick. Here it is. They are just trying to pick a fight. They get off on causing people trouble. Absolutely. And Tammy said absolutely this too. I totally agree with you guys. I told Jay the same thing. Tin Man, thank you so much, guys. I'm just going to keep it real, though. I'm tired of being hush on it. You know, they're my only fans. Absolutely. First Amendment. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. And that is going to be the bigger payout right there when this goes that far. That's where it's going. I can't wait to show you guys. And keep in mind, here's some other good news. When this is all done and said, I will be up on here. Showing all the evidence I can't show you right now because obviously it's not, the case is not going yet. As soon as the case is over and settled, I will show you guys the evidence, what I've been wanting to die to show you for a long time now. So you just have to bear with me. I can't do nothing because it'll jeopardize my case. All right. So, and then Cynthia said this, there would probably be no social media if that were the case. So imagine that. Absolutely. That's a great Imagine That segment. Perfect. All right. So moving on real quick. So I'm going to get into the share screen section, and I'm going to show you guys what's going on when it comes to this law and these people falsifying information, saying that I can't have social media. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to break down all the details on what I can and cannot have. You guys all know this. Anyways, let's go ahead and do the share screen and show you this law right now for all of the haters and the clowns and the trolls and my OnlyFans and you name it. And I'm hoping they're watching and taking notes and all of that because obviously they have such a big ass hard on for me. I might as well do this for them, being that they're too lazy to do their own research and all that. So let's get into it. Lazy. Don't want to ever do any research or anything like that. So it really bothers me nonetheless. Anyways, here's the information. Let me know if you guys can see it on the screen. Here it is, guys. Have you guys heard about this case law? This was a United States Supreme Court decision. Okay, United States Supreme Court decision of this, and here it is. Yeah, right here. Can you guys see this? This ended up being a major case that was passed due to First Amendment right violations and so more and so forth. Here's the case law on that. It's right here. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I can either read this on this page or I can go click this law right here. This was 2017, as you guys can see. There it is. You guys want this real quick before I go any further. Here is that case law. Now, what is case law? Let's talk about that real quick. Case law is basically where the United States Supreme Court, which is, I believe, the highest court in the land, where laws get passed under these type of situations you see on your screen. Okay? And this is where we're at with it. And unfortunately, believe it or not, and I'm hoping you guys can see this. I don't know if you guys are seeing this or not. Hold on a minute. Did you, okay, let me redo this, guys. Let me redo this. Stand by. I'm reading the chat. Just bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I don't know what happened there. Again, what is going on with my... All right, in the chat, can you guys see that? Can you guys see this? All right, cool. There we go. All right, I want to make sure you guys can see it because it wasn't popping up on my phone. Anyways, nonetheless, let's go ahead and get into this now. Anyways, as you guys can see, here it is. This was a law this was all over the place. This was 2017, I believe. And of course, this was updated right here, as you guys can see on your screen, November 30th, 2022. done by Deborah C. England, attorney, Seattle University School of Law. So this is coming from attorneys, criminal defense lawyers. Look at this right here. See? So there it is. This ain't my story or my information. It's theirs. So here it is. And this is very, very fitting. So here's the law that I was highlighting earlier. There it is. You guys can see it. Let me go ahead and figure out what is going on with my chat here. Bear with me. Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. My settings were all jacked up. Yeah, absolutely, Tin Man. Thank you so much for your comment. I'll get to you guys' comments. Let me get this out of the way first so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Anyways, rumors and goggle are going around that I and other people can't have social media because of all this crap here. Let's go ahead and break it down. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and either, I haven't decided if I'm going to click this or basically go through all of this, but I'll be brief. Go check the law. Take a picture of this. I think it's called Pakenham versus North Carolina. This was a 2017 case that was dropped and passed. And now, because of this, believe it or not, all felons can have social media. Now, again, the ones that still banned you are the ones that I don't have a lot of respect for. You know what I mean? Because they don't believe in First Amendment. So I'm hoping that my haters see this, ban me, so I can turn around and sue for First Amendment violations. Absolutely. Moving on. So come on, haters. Come on, trolls. Get in here and get educated, because I'm sick and tired of repeating myself. Here's the proof. The North Carolina case. In 2002, 21-year-old Lester Grant Pakenham pleaded guilty to taking indecent liberties with a child after having sexual contact with a 13-year-old girl. Okay, yeah, I get it. And was required to register as a sex offender. A North Carolina law barred all registered sex offenders from using social media sites on the internet. Do you guys get all that? There it is. Boom. Okay, moving on real quick. I'm going to make this fast because I want my haters to really pay attention to this. And I better not see any dumbass ignorant comments in the comment section because I'm proving it right here. Okay, in 2010 Facebook post, Pac-Man celebrated getting a traffic ticket dismissed. What's wrong with that? Hey, that's good news when you get something like that dismissed. Awesome, good for him. A Durham police officer saw this posting, and Pakenham was convicted of violating, here it is, guys, violating my ass. Anyways, violating the North Carolina law banning registered sex offenders from social media sites. Imagine that. Anyways, moving on. The prosecution never accused Pakenham of attempting to contact a minor or doing anything else illegal on the internet. Again, look at that shit. Basically, it's a helping cause like you can't believe. There it is in black and white. What more do you want me to say? The prosecution, imagine that, never accused Pakenham of attempting to contact a minor or of doing anything else illegal on the internet. Okay, now, moving on. I'll make this quick. Restrictions still valid. Now, before you get yourself, excited over there for the trolls, pay attention because it's going to be short-lived. Anyways, states have great latitude in post-release restrictions and duties they can impose on convicted sex offenders. Convicted sex offenders. Oh my God. The lowest of the lows. Not. Anyways, moving on. People convicted of certain sex offenses must register on a public database. No shit. And in some circumstances, sex offenders may be involuntarily committed after their release from prison, which all of that right there, I'll highlight this, and all of that is a constitutional violation. Okay? And I think that when we get, after I get done talking about this, I'm thinking about doing a major lawsuit under this due to Fourth Amendment violations and so forth. Welcome to the show, Curtis. I see you. Just bear with me, guys. Let me get this out of the way, and I will get in the chat here in just a minute. Much love and respect to every single one of you guys. Absolutely. Anyway, it says this, but courts will closely examine restrictions of freedom. Again, the courts will examine restrictions of freedom of speech after the Pac-Man decision. Here we go. Laws that limit speech are subject to stricter court scrutiny. In other words, more stringent examination than other laws. To be sure that they do not violate the First Amendment to the Constitution. There it is again. Where did I go? I lost it. To be sure do not violate the First Amendment to the Constitution. Freedom of speech includes the right to hear and read freely as well as to speak freely. Absolutely. Here I am. You don't like it? Scroll on. All right, moving on. In striking see freely as well as speak freely. Okay. In striking down the North Carolina law, yep, that's exactly what happened. In striking down the North Carolina law, the Supreme Court found that ban violated Pac-Man's First Amendment rights because, with one broad stroke, North Carolina barred access to what for many are the principal sources for knowing current events, checking ads for employment, speaking and listening in the modern public square, and otherwise exploring the vast realms of human thought and knowledge. I can't make that up. I'm going to go ahead and just do this for you guys, just so you guys can't see I'm lying. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you so much, North Carolina, for standing up for our constitutional rights. Absolutely. Let's go. But the Pac-Man ruling doesn't mean that all laws limiting communications are unconstitutional. Okay, now pay attention. I'm not going to get into any more of that, but moving on. The decision rejected the specific statute at hand. I also highlighted factors courts have considered when evaluating any law restricting speech. The First Amendment and the internet. Here we go. This is the part that I like the most. Pay attention. Here it is, guys. Pac-Man was one of the Supreme Court's first decisions addressing this interplay between the First Amendment and the internet. Absolutely. Thank you so much for this. I appreciate it, guys. And moving on, pay attention to this, guys. Do what you can. Support me. Send super chats if you guys can. Do what you can, and let's do this. Curtis says, "Is this live now?" Yes, Curtis, we are live. Curtis, welcome to the show. Curtis, thank you so much. People, help Curtis. Let him know that we are live. I'm hoping he can understand that. Let me get in the chat here in a little bit. Let me get this out of the way. All right. Pac-Man was one of the Supreme Court's first decisions addressing the interplay between the First Amendment and the internet. Absolutely. There you go, trolls. Sit-a-not and simp. There we go. In the opinion, the court acknowledged both the importance of cyberspace and the speed with which it evolves. Justice Kennedy, writing for the majority of the court, noted that one of the most important places to exchange views is cyberspace. Absolutely. Nobody ever picks up a newspaper anymore. Particular social media, Justice Kennedy also cautioned that the internet is so new and so far-reaching that courts must be curious that what they say today may be absolute tomorrow. Absolutely. All right, moving on real quick. I'm going to make this really fast. Content neutral. Here we go. Under the First Amendment, content neutral laws don't address the subject matter of speech and may be constitutional in certain circumstances. Absolutely. Take notes, guys, or watch the replay later. A different and even stricter standard would be applied if law limited speech based on its content. Let's go. For example, a city that outlaws the Ku Klux Klan. Oh, imagine that. I'm surprised BOM is not in here neither. Screw all of them. Ku Klux Klan, I can't stand you. BLM, I can't stand that organization either. They made their millions, and now all you hear is crickets. Moving on. For marching through town because the KKK's message is offensive violates the First Amendment. However, a city that requires the KKK to get parade permit. Oh, did you guys just see that? Let me go ahead and highlight that. They need a permit. Before marching does not violate the First Amendment. The parade ordinance is a content neutral law. God, I bet the trolls, I wish I could see or see what the trolls are saying or thinking right now. I wish I was a fly on the wall, if you get my drift. Anyways, moving on. And that does not address the subject matter. I see you guys. Just bear with me, guys. All right. The speech, but only the time, place, or manner of its expression. Absolutely. So now keep in mind before I move on, the First Amendment can be absolute in some circumstances. Case in point, you can't go into a movie theater, sit down, get ready to watch a movie, and then yell out fire, because that is not a First Amendment free speech situation. That actually causes you to get in trouble by law, and you can go to prison for that, even though you weren't intentionally trying to cause any harm. But if you yell out fire or anything like that, it's no longer considered free speech. That right there alone can get you in trouble. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, the Supreme Court in Pac-Man assumed that the North Carolina law was content neutral, but nevertheless found that it was not narrowly tailored to serve the significant government interest. I lost my place, guys. Bear with me. Protecting children from contact by registered sex offenders. Oh, we don't want that now, do we? Anyways, here we go. A legitimate government interest. I hope you haters are loving this. This is all for you. This show is dedicated to all the clowns and the ignorant people that obviously don't do any research before they open their mouths. Moving on. The Supreme Court acknowledged that the state legislature may pass valid laws to protect children. Oh, I'm sure they will. We got a big mess going on right now, and none of them are being protected. But you guys are over here worried about little old me. Anyways, moving on. In sexual assault victims, Justice Kennedy confirmed that the First Amendment permits a state to enact specific, narrowly tailored laws that prohibit sex offenders from engaging in contact that might lead to sexual crimes, such as using social media sites to contact minors. Oh, we don't want none of that, do we? We don't want none of that. Or gather information about them. Oh, cry me a freaking river. Too broad. Yeah. Again, state may interact carefully, drawn laws to restrict some online activities of registered sex offenders without violating the First Amendment. But the Supreme Court found that North Carolina law was too broad, with Kennedy nodding, right, that the state had barred access by sex offenders to major information sources that could benefit them. Oh no. Kennedy wrote that closing off access to all social media prevents a registered sex offender from engaging in legitimate exercise First Amendment rights. Now, I'm not going to go any further. I'm going to come out of this and I'm going to get into the chat with you guys. And I want your guys' opinions on all of this. I said it. Here it is. I'm done. I'm not hiding. Here it is. All right. I'm going to get in the chat. And I'm going to find out where I left off. God, you guys are on fire. Look at this place, man. Holy crap. I'm breaking all viewing records too, by the way. Oh, and where are the haters? Where are the trolls? I don't see them. Damn. Moving on real quick, guys. I guess I'll start right here with this guy. And thank you so much for Mark Jordan for being in here. I appreciate you. Well, actually, the First Amendment only applies to government restrictions on protected speech. Okay, thank you so much for that. Anyways, Tin Man said exactly what's wrong with trying to live a normal life. Well, I guess, Tin Man, I don't know if you know this, but to them over there on that side of the fence or up north, they don't know what that means. They have no idea. Moving on real quick. Curtis, man, what's going on, Curtis? Welcome to the live. I'm glad to see you in here. Plus, also, Curtis said this. Plus, also, they are going after people online. The mark of the sex offenders with their allowing scammers to get a hold of people like us on the registry and attempted to scam us some money. Absolutely happens all the time. Redeeming, you think everyone, again, Tammy, just second. Let's see. I'm getting all chaotic here. You think everyone would know the laws, but no one is ever educated. Absolutely. Let me get my friend Tammy in here. Welcome to the show, Tammy. Thank you so much for being here. How you doing, hon?
I'm doing good. How are you? I'm hanging in.
I'm on fire, as you can tell.
I can tell. Deep
all
breath.
Right. Oh, I know. I can't help it. They do.
They'll have a heart attack over here.
Oh, I won't. I know.
No,
all right. I'll calm down when this is all said and done. I get so frustrated. Anyways, Redeeming said this. Let's see, where am I at here? I think I got that one already put up there. Let's see. This is what Curtis said again. But they don't want to go after the ones breaking the law and taking money from us. Absolutely, Curtis. Man, that was an awesome comment. Thank you. Another violation of human rights. Absolutely, which is going to be a major payout for me if it continues. Anyways, moving on real quick. Not everyone was trying to be sexual or, excuse me, I shouldn't have said that for YouTube. But anyways, or informed that there was any, yeah, I got you, Redeeming. Thank you so much for that. Absolutely. Our schools are worthless today. Give them hell. Absolutely. That's the plan. Preach. Absolutely, Tin Man. Thank you so much for that. Tammy, I'm going to get your comment in here. Thank you. People who are small-minded. This is so spot on. Tammy, thank you so much for your comment. People who are small-minded and always pointing the finger choose not to be educated, and sometimes I wonder what they are hiding in their own closets. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's pretty big...
That kind of hits home with all this P. Diddy stuff going on.
Yeah, imagine that.
Here's my thing. I've been thinking about this all day. It's driving me
Mhm.
nuts.
Go ahead,
I'm
Tammy.
thinking, man, I wish we could put all of these judges, DAs, attorneys, doctors, psychologists, psychiatrists, sociologists, all of them.
Absolutely.
Let's go put cameras all over their shit,
It's
and let's
you know
go see what's
right.
in their closet and what kind of I'm gonna say the word because I don't give a damn kinky shit they're into, because
Oh,
we
absolutely.
all know they have dirty little secrets, and
Yeah.
there's nobody can tell me any damn different because I've seen it.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. And Curtis, if you want to join me, please come on up, man. The show's all yours. This
Oh
podcast is
yeah,
not just
come on
mine,
up.
it's all your guys's. So come on up, Curtis. I'd love to talk with you. Just go to the matters of fact. I'll make it easy for you. If you're having trouble finding it, just bear with me, guys. 1 second. I'm doing this all by myself, so just bear with me. All right. All right. I put the link for Curtis to hit that and come on up, Curtis. I'll love to see you. Let me go ahead and find where I left off on the chat. Wow, you guys really are on. Yep, here we go. Look at Tradestone said, First Amendment right to Facebook opens internet rights. Absolutely, but the owner, Mark Zuckerberg, don't believe in the First Amendment. I can't stand that guy. Don't have any respect for him. Anyways, it can't forbid incoming internet crimes. It can limit outgoing internet use. Absolutely. Thank you, Trey. You're on. Look at this. Tim and hallelujah, Jay. Absolutely. Thanks for I think I had the spirit in me tonight. I had all that energy. It just hit me so hard at the last minute, guys. This is what happens when I deal with ignorance. Yep. Moving on. Curtis says, is this live now? Yes, Curtis, I'm live. Yes, Kurt. Thank you. Hi, Kurt. Everybody says hi, Kurt. Moving on to the chat here. Curtis, yeah, thank you. Real quick. Hi, Trey. Love you all. Yes, I love you all, guys, too. You guys are like my family now. Absolutely. Curtis is my family. Tammy, you're my family. Tin Man, you guys are all my family. I wouldn't know where I'd be if it wasn't for you guys. I have so much love and respect for you guys. It's unreal. Tim Man said SO's on parade. That would be awesome. Oh, that would be freaking cool. Wouldn't that piss off a lot of people? Let's see, moving on along with some people. Absolutely. People, I'm going to get that out of there because I don't want redeeming. I don't know if the word F word is allowed in here. So anyways, I got to keep it out. But people, because I don't want, you know how you do biz, guys, around on the internet all the time. Yeah, absolutely. Curtis, screw them. Absolutely. Conduct. Yep. Not sure who this is. I think this is Curtis. Yes, it is. Curtis, what's going on, my brother? Nice to see you.
Not much at all.
Man, it's nice to see you, my friend. How you doing, brother? Let
I'm
everybody say hi to
managing.
Curtis, man. Yeah.
I'm managing.
You're looking good, brother. You're looking good.
I'm trying to. I don't know. There's a lot to be frustrated, but there's a lot to be thankful for as well.
Amen, brother. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Go ahead, and the floor is yours. If you want to explain anything, go ahead. I'm here. We're all here.
Well, I was going to mention that situation that I put in the comments that I, because of the registry, someone decided to attempt to come off being law enforcement deputy with the local sheriff's office where I reside at.
Okay.
And called my cell number and wound up conning me out of $1,000.
Oh no!
So that was a scam. That was a scam.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. Basically, I thought I was paying for preventing being arrested in temporary of trying to fight 2 charges of failure to register. Wow. And each one was supposed to be $500, but he fooled not only me, but he also fooled my mom.
Wow.
Oh no. Well, Trey said.
And I went down the next day afterwards and talked to him, And individual that I spoke to him from the local sheriff's office, he kind of looked at me and says, "It sounds to me like a scam to me."
Yeah.
Didn't even act like he was interested in trying to get any information out of me to go after him.
Right. Stand by, Curtis, 1 second. I appreciate your story. Tammy, you were saying something. Go ahead, Tim.
Oh, I was going to read what Trey said and Tim Man. So Trey said, yes, scammers who case cops will tell you you are late to pay a DNA fee, but if they quickly send them to the check, they'll take care of it. Watch out. Pay only to the police station. They try, and then Tim Man said they tried scamming me too. I called the cops on them.
That's one thing I got lucky on when it comes to me. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Stand by, Curtis, real quick. So let me go ahead and explain what's going on here. Obviously, we got scams. We got a lot of other crap going on. And again, guys, if you're just tuned in late, I just got done basically explaining to you, all of you guys, including I'm pretty sure my OnlyFans are watching too, that we got a lot of ignorance and whatnot going around, and there people are saying to me now, I wish I could show you. God, I wish I can show you, but I can't. It's evidence. I got to be careful. But nonetheless, believe me, guys.
Protect yourself.
Yeah, believe me, guys. I got it. I've saved it. I got screenshots. My whole entire computer that I do these podcasts on is full of evidence. Full of evidence. I can't wait to show the judge. Nonetheless, I'm telling you guys right now that they're telling everybody and spreading all this false information, fear mongering, and all of that about people like us can't be on the internet. And I just proved it.
Well, not only that, Jay, I was thinking about all of this. So also let me just make it very clear, very, very clear. When people start doing things like that, where they're harassing you and them themselves are up on charges for harassment already, you have proof of them committing the very crime that they're up against.
Boom.
Cyberbullying is a crime. And if you're doing it from behind bars, you're not supposed to have access to this social media. So oops on that too.
Nope.
So just let me be very clear. I have firsthand witnessed the crimes that have been committed against you in this podcast, and so have several other people. And I have no criminal background. So I will say right now, if I need to write an affidavit, I have no problem doing such.
Uh-oh. The buttons have been pushed. Come on.
Just saying.
Yeah. You guys, I mean, this message is going for all the OnlyFans, not you guys in the chat. You guys are cool.
No.
But
everybody in the chat knows. They probably feel the same way. I'm sure there's a lot of other people in here. They would have no problem writing affidavits of fact.
Yeah. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Who wants to write an affidavit?
No, I'd do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Emails have hidden header information. There is data. There is data there that can be used to triangulate your position.
Yep. I'll put it this way to you guys. Pay attention to this next statement. If they want a war, they're going to get one.
And Trey, that's very true about the cops, that they pretend to be cops and sound and look like cops. But I'll tell you what, one thing you guys can do proactively is ask for their badge number. Ask them to stay on hold while you call it in. Call their badge number in and tell them you'll meet them up at the police station. And start letting your loved ones know too. My father was a cop. They have to provide you their badge number.
There Point you go. Awesome
and
information.
They have to show identification.
Awesome.
So
awesome
keep that in mind, guys, because scams go on everywhere. There are people that have been scammed out of up in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, where they're older people that they'll call them and they'll tell them that they have their grandchildren kidnapped and stuff like that over the phone, and they'll scam them big time for money, get money wired and all kinds of crap.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
scammers get
Awesome advice,
creative.
Tammy.
Yeah, get their badge number, guys. Every law enforcement has a badge or an ID, even FBI or DEA, all of them.
I got a question for Curtis real quick. Curtis, can you hear me?
Watch Beekeeper.
My question for you is, when you got this phone call, did it actually come up as a actual police number, or did it come up with something different?
It come up as a number. It wasn't coming up as actually a police number. It was like it was being listed like a local cell number.
Okay.
Yeah. So
let
that
me
was
say
a scam.
this. Let me say
but
this.
Whenever I was hearing the noise in the background, it sounded like radio.
Yeah. Sorry.
Back
Tammy.
behind it, because all these stations, different stations, they all have radios that they keep in contact with all their officers in their cars. And that's what it sounded like to me. And I guess that's the only reason he fooled me, was because I wouldn't have probably believed him otherwise.
Correct.
Okay, well, here's the problem with that, though. Let me tell you another thing, too. They can come up as a police station. They have a new thing. There's a device that you can actually buy that you can steal a phone number from a legitimate company, like, say, Capital One Bank. I used to work for a company that we did identity theft, so that's how I know all this. Anyway, I actually had it happen to me. Actually, so I had somebody call me, and it popped up as Capital One Bank, and they were trying to make purchases and tried to hack it into my phone. And so they'll do that. They'll call you, and it covers up the phone number that they're calling from. It's a program, and it'll put the number of, say, if it was Kingsville Police Department, and it's really, that's not the number they're coming from. It's called spoofing. Yep. That's exactly what it's called. You're right, Tim, man.
Tammy, I put a comment, Tammy, in the private chat. Did you see it? It's for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nope.
No, it's in the private chat here on the live.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know
That's why. I'm just letting you know. I just wanted to pass that down to you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Carry on, Tammy.
Okay. So anyway, guys, just make sure, like, if anybody calls you or anything like that, that you do your due diligence to get all their information and let them know you're headed to the police department to pay whatever fee or whatever time you got to buy to try and get, you want to.
Well, if they think they can pull that on me again, it ain't going to happen.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, no. Curtis. Hey, Curtis. Let me know if it ever happens again. Let me know when you get the number, and we'll collab together. Let me know if you get contacted with it again. Would you?
Sure will.
Thank you.
I'll send it to you directly. You got that.
You want to keep all records, is what I'm saying. Anyways, so if there's anybody else in the chat, Tammy, I don't know if you have anything you want to add. This has been an awesome show, and I'm hoping it was very educational for all the, naysayers. You know who you are. Hi, guys. I'm excited for what's coming down the road for this. I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers, guys, thanks to you guys. So evidently I'm doing something right. And I got a lot of love coming from all of you and all the followers that know the real truth and all of that. Some people, I guess, are afraid of the truth. As you know, Tammy, we tried to explain it to certain people, and they think, well, obviously they don't care too much for the truth. But I'm going to keep doing what I got to do, whether certain individual like it or not. And I guess I just lost Curtis. I don't know if he had connection issues or whatnot. Oh, he's coming back, I think. Yeah, he came back.
Okay,
he's back.
Good. Okay.
Well, welcome back, Curtis.
Thank you, Curtis, for sharing that story, though, because it's very important. Listen, this is how I feel. It's important for us to share everything that we get educated on, because as we grow and we help each other, knowledge is power, and that's how we prevent things like this from happening. It's absolutely terrible that we've gone through it. Yeah, look at Jay's hat, guys.
Okay, now Just kidding. You know what's funny? I got a point to make, and I'm kind of being funny, but it makes a good point nonetheless. Isn't it weird how nobody ever talks about this?
And what most of us.
I lost him again. He has connection issues. Nonetheless, isn't it weird how no one talks about this, but they sure talk about me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something. So I have this little piece I'd like to. Yes, we have to stand against the lynch mob. 100% agree, Tim, man. It has to stop. That mentality has to stop. It just makes and creates worse problems.
It's fear mongering.
It makes for a lot more serious problems than we need. If we bring people into the fold and actually help them, even the people that are guilty of certain crimes any crime.
Keep in mind, Tammy,
any kind.
guilty or not guilty. The bottom line is we all afterwards pay our dues, do our sentence,
correct,
and the rest to be left alone. This is an ongoing, as you know, everybody, not just me, everybody, ongoing 24/7 punishment. I'm sick of it.
It is, and let me say something. Sometimes what's good for the goose is not good for the gander, as they say, but I call BS on that. Right. We have to realize that every person on this planet is born into imperfection. We all sin. We all do terrible things at some point in our life somewhere. There is not a person on this planet that hasn't done something that they regretted in their life.
Yeah.
Whether it was a law-breaking offense or not does not matter. We have moral, ethical things that happen as well. You know, my point is you're not going to help people by hate. You can't cure a problem with hate. You just can't.
Well, it's funny you say cure, because we have, listen to this. This makes a great point, Tammy, not to cut you off deliberately, but this makes a great point. There's a cure for cancer. There's a cure for AIDS. People say it doesn't exist. It does. It's in the back room at the pharmaceuticals and the, the science. Yeah, it's there. It's there. So we have a cure for that. We have a cure for this, as everybody's saying this is a major disease and there's no cure for it and this and that. There's a cure for everything. I can't stress the fact that even though there are some people out there that have done sick things when it comes to our innocent children, I get it. But you have to take into account, too, that not all of them deserve it. Not all of them are. And what about the ones that, relieve themselves out in public? What's that have to do with kids? They're on it. I think the youngest member that's on that list, believe it or not, guys, I think is 10.
Let me say something. There's a story. I want y'all to all go look it up, okay? Yeah, it's all about the money. I want you to go look up a story out of Houston, Texas. I think it's Magnolia, Texas. Mm-hmm. Just happened recently. It was on the news. It was a husband and wife. Husband was in the grocery store showing himself to every young females. Wait a second, it gets better. He gets picked up. He gets arrested. They get his phone. And in his phone, his wife, who works at a hospital, a very prominent hospital, very well-known hospital in Houston, was having relations with their Great Dane on video, contained on husband's phone. So go check that out, folks. I mean, okay. So we have people with all kinds of issues.
And they want to worry about me.
My point is, there's real news out there. There's really things going on in the world that's crazy.
Yep.
And
it's all distraction. It's all it is. It's all a distraction of what's really going on.
Yeah. I mean,
Russia's got
we had that out in the Red Sea right now.
Yep. We had that bridge
to enter into war.
We had that bridge collapse. That's all over the news. People died on that. And then we had Puff Daddy or P. Diddy get with he's got legal battles now. What's going on? All this stuff's starting to be exposed.
Yeah, but why don't they expose all these legal people that are involved in it, and doctors and nurses?
Yeah, and we'll never see that list.
That whole if we're gonna go, and it's just like I told you about the registry. If we're going to go that deep, everybody that commits a crime should be on a registry for that crime.
Absolutely.
Let's go. Let's go.
Where's the list?
I am an equal rights advocate. Let me tell you, let's do it across the board. You commit a crime. If you kite checks, let's have a kite check registry. If you embezzle, let's have an embezzlement registry. If you're a president, or a president's wife, and you push pharmaceuticals and universal health care, let's put your ass on a registry for murdering millions of people because the drugs cost so much. You're killing people. People are dying because they can't get medication.
Yeah, that is freaking awesome.
Go look at the Clintons. Anybody? Sorry, I hate to talk politics. I shouldn't do it. Go look at their stock portfolios and see how much they had to gain by Obamacare.
Yeah,
look it up.
They're correct.
but we're all guilty of something, right? I mean, that's my point. Jay, if I have like 2 seconds, I want to read something real quick, and I'll go over it really fast.
Fire away.
Okay, so this is more to do with like prisoners when you're incarcerated, but it's kind of something I had. Social media and contraband cell phones have a significant impact on prisoners, both positive and negative. Positive impacts include maintaining connections. Prisoners can stay connected with friends and family on the outside, reducing feelings of isolation and improving mental health. Access of information. They can access educational resources, legal information, and news, which can aid in rehabilitation and reintegration into society.
You can't make this shit up.
Social media platforms allow prisoners to share their stories, advocate for their rights, and raise awareness about issues within the prison system. Now, these are the negative impacts, and I'm going to hurry. Illegal activities. Contraband cell phones enable illegal activities such as drug dealing, extortion, gang coordination, both inside and outside the prison walls. Well, hell, they have, there's good COs out there, let me say that, but for the ones that aren't, you guys do that for them. So, I mean, the cell phones just add to that, but it's already going on within the very system. So, yeah, okay.
No, you're
security threat. Security threat. Social media can be used to intimidate witnesses, plan escapes, coordinate violence within and outside prisons, posing security risks. I don't know if I
was just gonna say the reason why DOC says that cell phones are banned or they can't have cell phones was that reason right there, but I don't believe that at all.
I don't either. I think it's the last one, and I'll tell you in a minute. But violation of rules. The use of contraband cell phones violates prison regulations, leading to disciplinary actions and potentially extended sentences. Yeah, it's another form of punishment, really, for the system. Privacy concerns. Inmate social media presence can raise privacy concerns for the victims and their families, especially in cases involving violent crimes. Okay, I can kind of get on board with that a little bit, but on the privacy concerns, no. They don't want the truth to come out about the abuse and neglect that's going on and the very crimes that are being committed by people that work for the prison system.
There you go.
And that's why I'm for them having cell phones, because there's no way to monitor the agency that's enforcing the rules.
Right. Yep. That's the main reason. Yep. Absolutely. So, but we're at the top of the hour. Curtis, was there anything you wanted to add before I bounce out of here? And thank you again for being in here. I appreciate you.
Not this time.
Okay, my friend. Well, thanks again, my friend.
I can't really think much to say.
No, you're good. You're good. I'll give you a buzz later tonight if you're available.
All right.
All right. You take care. Have a good night, my friend.
Yeah.
All right, Tammy. Was there something you wanted to add real quick before we bounce, or is that it?
I just I was sent something by Mary, the one that I told you that's a really close friend that has a read your comment about time. Which one?
I'm looking at it. I'm trying to find it. Trey said this: all lawmakers become millionaires. Absolutely. Their salaries don't account for it. Release the Epstein Island list. Yeah, we'll never get that list. We'll never get that list. And I know why. It says, Tin Man said, if you want privacy, don't post it all on the internet. Duh. Yeah, don't put your kids on the internet either.
Oh, okay. Here's the fact. Every one of us here wish we could go back in time and undo what we may have done in the past. And Trey said, I don't agree with my crime. If they let me on the street, don't give me non-crimes to obey and stop need me from living. I want everyone, Tin Man said, I want everyone to also think of the fact that until recently, homosexuality was a crime and a perversion. Yeah, but let me say this. That has been going on, and other gender and all of that has been going on since Roman times and before. I mean, let's get for real, folks. Listen, what somebody does with their body is their business, as long as it's consensual. When it's not, yes, it becomes an issue. So listen, I'm not here standing in judgment of anybody. That's not what it's about. I just want to say that, okay? I want to make that very clear. What we have to do, and I think Redeeming was on it, I think Tin Man's on it, we're all on the same page, is educate, help, and there's AA, there's NA, there's SLA, sex love addiction. So why can't we have one for sexual abuse?
There's Redeeming right there.
Domestic violence.
Yep. Redeeming just gets in here and says, let's teach consent. Absolutely, because that's not taught either.
No, it's not. A lot of things need to be taught. We need to humanize things again. We're getting so far from humanity with all of this. I love all of you, and I'm glad that we have the podcast. I'm glad that Jay gets on here and does what he does. I'm happy that all of you do. But the thing is that the backside of this internet and the phones, people are handing them to their kids at 1 and 2 years old going, here you go. You know, the problem is there's so much information download, and nobody's teaching the reality and the socialization anymore.
Yeah, well, get this, Tammy. I don't know if I told you. Well, I think I sent it to you. I don't remember. Anyways, I got an email saying that they don't want their kids watching me anymore.
I think that's another thing too that I want to bring up.
Don't say the name.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, no. I wouldn't do that, because I'm all about you turning this all into the authorities. Mm-hmm. But, you know, listen, we have to be careful how we say things and what we say. Mm-hmm. Because I want you to always, be able to present this evidence to the proper authorities. And every police station has an internet crimes division.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
You're a citizen who pays taxes. Your family pays taxes. They are public servants. So you can take your stuff to the police station and they can trace that back, where that email came from, where that comment. So, everywhere, every time you get on a paper, there's a internet. Well, I don't even know. I'm so frustrated myself. Internet trace.
Yeah.
So they can find where it comes from. Every time you touch one of these computers, phones.
Get this. They got actually programs. They got website out there. There's one called Internet Nanny. If you got your kids concerning on what they're watching, download that, and they can't. Monitor what your kids are watching. Be a parent. Stop being lazy. Stop handing them the devices and just and going away, because they're going to look up whatever they want to look up. They don't know right from wrong.
Okay,
if you don't want your kids watching me, turn it off.
This happened in North Carolina.
Good Lord.
A police officer was at work. His daughter was talking to somebody on the computer. The computer was an open public space in the house where everybody could see, so he could monitor. And he went to work, and he had already told his daughter, be very careful, who are you talking to, was questioning and probing. Daughter showed him, and the person was an adult pretending to be a young person, and came over there and hurt this young girl while her father was at work.
Yeah.
They can find you. They do seek you, and it doesn't matter. If somebody wants to do something to harm you, they're going to.
Yep, there's no privacy.
If given the opportunity. But the thing is, we have to advocate, we have to teach, and we can. We're all smart, we're all intelligent people. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to beat up any one person or segment, or I don't want to say it's the kids, it's the parents, it's this, it's that. It's just everything. It's a combination. Yep. We have to become a village again.
Well, it's lazy.
And in the right way, we need to be a village again.
Yep.
We need to people are addicted to this crap.
Right. Nobody cares anymore.
Yeah. It's a disease. The internet itself is a disease.
Absolutely.
It's a disease.
Yeah.
Just another addiction.
That's another show, another topic, another thing. Yep. But hey, I'm out of time. I'm past my time. Tammy, again, I appreciate you being in here. Thank you very much for coming in here.
You're welcome.
We can talk later after the show if you want, or I can call you.
Yeah, that's fine.
But anyways, I got to bounce out of here. I got things I got to do. But nonetheless, I want to give a major shout out to everybody in the chat again tonight. Redeemin' Trey, Tin Man, of course, Tammy. Curtis was in here earlier. Thank you, Curtis, for being in here, my friend, and everybody else, including Cynthia. Yeah, Cynthia was in here too. Love you, girl. We've got a lot of people in here that just, you guys are awesome. I don't have, and I'll get choked up by saying it. Anyways, I love you guys. I really do. You guys are cool. With that being said, stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff coming up. I got something coming up on Monday. If not, it's been canceled. I'm waiting for a reply. If it has been canceled, I'm supposed to go live on another podcast, another show. But because I'm being exposed over there, I don't think it's happening. Yeah. And the shit continues, guys. The witch hunt continues. And I'm gonna fight for all of you. It's not just my fight, it's your guys' fight too. So I will stick by you guys and do what's right for this community. It is what it is. And happy Easter again to everybody. Absolutely. Happy Easter, guys. We all love you.
Happy Easter.
You guys all take care and enjoy your week. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. I was supposed to do a show Tuesday, but I need to, hey, Tammy, real quick. I need to get a hold of that guy that's in the UK and switch it so he knows it's coming up Wednesday, not Tuesday.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think
something. It's in our general email. So see if you can reach him, because it wasn't working for me.
Okay, I'll try. Anyways, nonetheless, guys, coming up Wednesday on the roundtable, we're going to be talking about the plea system and all that deal and or the deal, I guess. And we're going to be going into detail with that. And I don't even know how long the shows are going to be, but it could be a series or it could be a 2-hour show. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how it works. But nonetheless, thank you guys so much for being in there. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and bounce out of here. I love and respect every single one of you. I'm your host, Jay. I will see you guys on the next podcast. Good night, everybody. Happy Easter.
Good night.